Okay, what's up, guys? So, Fact Faction has uploaded another video. And before I even get into this video, I just wanted to say congratulations on Fact Faction. They were dealing with some YouTube stuff like early on, like some point in time last year, but they've been dealing with some YouTube stuff for a while. I can't remember exactly why. I think I might have made a video about it on one of my other channels, promoting like, hey, you know, these guys is dealing with some stuff. So yeah, it's good to see that they're back, because they're honestly they're like one of those channels that do like those like top 5 or top 10 like type videos. The Fact Faction is one of my favorite channels and stuff. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations on handling that whole situation. Glad to see you guys are back. Glad that I can react to your guys' videos once again. And the video I'm going to be reacting to is 7 unbelievable moments caught on camera, POV. So anyways, yeah, it's there's some crazy things out there, man. Sometimes you can't be explaining it and it just happens. So let's see what goes down. 7 unbelievable moments caught on camera. It's a wide variety of stuff that's going on through my head right now. But make sure you guys go subscribe to Fact Faction for more videos like this. And then that being said, let's get into this video. It's a long video. I think it's like 17 minutes, but it's cool. It's cool. I got time. Dang. What's going on there? It's like a hailstorm. Oh, it's a tornado. I just seen like the stuff falling. I was like, oh wow, that would be scary. But if a train comes,
is that now everyone can become a documentary filmmaker or a news crew if they get out their phone at the right place at the right time.
Oh, I think I remember that video. It's like a forest fire in California, I think.
Right into the action. These point of view shots are the kind you have to see to believe.
Demolition Dodgers. Oh, I think I heard of something like this, like something flew over their heads.
And yet they still attract spectators.
It might be the same video, I don't know.
Safe distance to catch the destructive spectacle. The main event in this video was the scheduled demolition in late June 2014 of an OP Prostyov textile factory in the Czech Republic. As onlookers react to the amazing symmetry of the building's collapse,
my dad, he was telling me about this. He was saying that they gotta blow it up a certain way, and these guys just did it all wrong. Yeah, dang.
As
yeah.
the large piece of stone comes flying toward them, one can only
that man,
imagine the shock.
Man in the red, he was like, I ain't moving. He probably seen that a long time, like before he even exploded.
The 2 civilians and the cameraman a short distance behind them all narrowly missed the debris.
Dang. Yo, yeah, if that hit somebody in their head.
That day surprisingly left with no injuries, dodging more than just rubble, but also the likelihood of devastating casualties.
Yeah.
They did, however, leave the scene with one startling piece of footage.
Yeah, that would be scary. I don't know why. I might have seen like another video where it was like something was bigger than that, and it like went over somebody's head. It might have been that video, and I'm just exaggerating a little bit, but
hearing that haunting siren sound is a cue to grab your loved ones, stay indoors, and get into a basement or shelter as soon as possible. One Washington, Illinois man, however, took the devastating warning as his cue.
I'm about to say it. Saying the
the
Washington part, I'm like, I don't remember no tornadoes happening here. Actually, no, I take that back. There was like a small one.
A sound engineer had been living with his wife Mandy and their 3 children in their dream home for less than 2 years when a massive tornado and storm system ravaged
That'd be so wrong.
in November 2013.
It's like it's your dream home, the home that you dreamed about, like living in.
Hear Chris and his family urging their younger children and dogs to get inside.
Dogs be. Yeah, cause dogs, they just like, oh, the owner is telling me to get in the house. Let me just stay in here for a second. Let me be a dog and just explore. Dogs be weird sometimes.
As the storm barrels closer, the eerie sound of the wind spiraling dominates the footage, until Chris announces he can see pieces of his neighbors' houses flying through the air. Most safety officials will tell you, by the time you see individual debris in the air, it may be far past the time you should have sought shelter.
That's... Bro, it look like it's getting bigger.
Mesmerized by the massive story
Bro, like,
for
get...
his home and family, Chris backs into his screened-in porch just in time for the life-threatening wind and debris to surge through the yard.
That's crazy. Make sure you gotta get that video. I swear. I don't know why he's like not in the basement where you should be, so you could be safe. But instead, he wants to get this dope video. Like, bruh. I don't understand people sometimes, like...
At this point, the footage is indecipherable as Chris scrambles for safety until the video goes black. With no power and their home ripped off the foundation above them, his family recounts their injuries and tries to decide what to do next.
Oh.
What happened, Chris?
Oh.
Chris, you get hit with?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like a million things flying around. Should have been in the basement.
Why? Where did it hit you?
My phone's on the charger.
There's no ambulance gonna come, Chris.
Yes, it will.
Let me see.
Chris would later tell reporters how he managed to make it safely inside.
I don't know how I did it, but I got to the stairs and fell down them, and my 19-year-old son, Cherokee, pulled me down and pulled me into safety into the back room in the basement.
Chris and his family were later treated in a hospital for injuries sustained from the flying debris, but all members of his household, including his dogs, survived the killer
That's good.
storm.
Handcuffed car heist.
In this
So I'm guessing the
police
man
footage, the
or
night
woman.
starts with the arrest of a woman for a stolen vehicle and ends with the arrest of a woman for a stolen vehicle. On March 30th, 2018,
Bruh, she steals the
police
cop car,
arrest Angie
handcuff.
Ross at a village inn in Tulsa.
That's some savage
after she's
stuff.
Found in possession of a stolen vehicle. The handcuffed woman is quick to provide a story to officers that she had borrowed the car from a friend and was unaware it was stolen.
Asked him to borrow his car, apparently, so...
Well, because I had to move some stuff, and I didn't want... He's annoying. I didn't want...
M19 to 136, y'all get out there.
Please. Can I work with you?
Officers place Frost in the front passenger seat of the cruiser while they search the stolen vehicle.
Oh,
As
wow.
officers deliberate the details of her story, Frost moves her cuffed hands in front of her and jumps over the center console into the driver's seat, locking
Wow.
the doors before speeding off.
What is she doing?
Try to steal your car.
Wow.
David 136, suspect just stole my vehicle.
Officers waste no time in pursuing her, but the high-speed chase eventually comes to an abrupt end as she crashes into a parked car at the Studio 6 motel.
Wow. That is some crazy stuff, man. Yeah, she definitely... It seemed like this... But then, just... Oh, is that... Oh, okay, that must be her car that she was driving. I was about to say, like, that cop car, like, don't know how to use... Or the cop doesn't know how to use brakes, but that... She was driving that car, okay.
There she is.
I thought it was like a crazy accident or something. Like, she...
As the woman
Hey,
is
sitting there
placed
screaming,
under
"Ow, like,
arrest
lady,
in
you
the
just
second
stole a
stop,
cop
she
car."
starts to plead with officers, proclaiming that she told them she didn't steal that car. The officer who apprehended her replied,
You stole a police car in front
Yeah.
of 3 police officers.
Frost ended up pleading guilty to not only the theft of the car she was
Bruh,
found
she... No joke. Like, and not even, like, saying, you know, like, this, like, I'm not trying to say this in a joking way, but she looks a lot like this comedian that I follow on Instagram and stuff. Like, it's kind of scary, like, dissimilarities. Like she definitely looks like, this girl here looks like the worst version of that comedian that I follow on Instagram. Like the comedian that I follow on Instagram, she's living like a healthy, dope life. Her, on the other hand, like out here living a Grand Theft Auto life. Like, why?
Police cruiser as well. Busy night for a kleptomaniac.
She's all like, oh, you steal that car. No, you just steal a police car and then crash it into another car.
If you've ever seen the classic film
Oh,
Stand By Me,
that is a
there's
classic.
No doubt you remember the harrowing scene where the boys are forced to try and outrun an oncoming train. Two cyclists experience this suspenseful scene for themselves while trying to find a new cycling route on May 12th, 2018.
Yeah, I definitely have been the bigger kid crying. I've seen Stand By Me 100 times, like, but that scene where the bigger kid was crying, that definitely would have been me.
The new path they tried to create turned out to be just as dangerous, if not more so, than crossing the busy road would have been.
It's like, did they think, they must have thought that was abandoned. How'd he fall off his bike? Oh, that is crazy. Oh, wow. That is crazy. Bro, don't stick your head, cause I'm afraid that it'll be some Final Destination stuff. That bike come flying and took his whole head off. That is crazy. Oh, his bike probably got crushed. Oh wow, his bike
is unscathed. And
wow.
The two cyclists don't waste any time on continuing their dangerous shortcut.
So I'm afraid that them train tracks would have been, or them trains would have been like on Grand Theft Auto time. Like every 5 minutes, another train, and I don't know how long that tunnel is, but
most Christians are familiar with the scripture in Psalms 23, verse 4, that reads, "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil."
Oh yeah,
as it's found in the famous passage of prayer. Most devout followers recite this prayer when they're in the midst of extreme crisis. A couple in California found themselves in such an extreme crisis as to turn a place named Paradise into something that might look like the Valley of Death from the passage. And as if it couldn't get more biblical than that, the entire road ahead of them was engulfed in hellish flames. In November 2018, thousands of families were forced to evacuate from a blazing forest fire known as the Camp Fire.
Yeah, I remember that video when it came out.
31 square miles and burned the town of Paradise.
I hope all those people found like houses and stuff to live in, because I couldn't even imagine being in a situation like that.
And electric equipment, and quickly became an out-of-control blaze that resulted in 85 civilian fatalities, making it the deadliest wildfire in California's history. In this POV footage, a couple and a hitchhiker they rescued
That's so crazy.
take the treacherous journey up the skyway, driving against the normal flow of traffic to escape.
That is so scary. Man, that is... I would have been flying down that road. I'm sorry, but
Please help us. Please help us to be safe.
She praying?
I'm
You know what? Most likely I've been praying too.
and who's willing to be brave.
Yo, then it's like done got foggy. Yo, that's scary. Like, maybe it's a good idea they ain't flying. Cause now
Just as it looks like they'll never make it out, the sky clears to a reassuring blue, and helicopters
wow.
can be seen.
It looked like it was straight up like nighttime. I thought it was nighttime that whole time that they... Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Most people take for granted that emergency responders still have to report to work.
Like, I thought that whole clip was like taken at night. Like, it looks like that's how bad that forest fire stuff is. Like, man, that is wild. Like I said, I hope I hope everybody in that situation, I hope they're okay. I hope they have found homes since then and stuff. Cause yeah, it's like I was saying, like I couldn't even imagine being in a situation like that. Like it's just way too scary and crazy to even imagine to be in a situation like that. So I wish the best for all those people.
They would respond to calls about domestic disputes that have gone wrong on Turkey Day. The only thing
Y'all
that
fighting
might
on
make
Thanksgiving.
the situation worse is getting tased on the job. On November 24th, 2017, 2 Ohio officers were apprehending a suspect identified in a domestic violence incident. The suspect, Chris McClinton, was smoking in the car with his girlfriend when officers approached the vehicle. After several attempts to get the man to show his ID, officers then tried to remove Chris from the car.
Stop! He didn't do anything wrong, bro! Stop! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car! You're under arrest.
Wow.
As the man allegedly begins resisting arrest, one officer pulls out his taser to neutralize him. As he pulls the
does he
trigger,
tase the
one
other
of them
cop?
hits the suspect, and the other hits the officer's partner, tasing them both.
Dang.
Over the shouts of the very distraught girlfriend, the tased officer can be heard saying,
Let go! Let go! Let go!
the other officer can later be heard sheepishly saying,
Why is it? Why is the girl that's like narrating this? Why does it sound like she's laughing a little bit? Like, no, let's go back. I could tell when a laugh is about to start. Yo, she sounded like she was about to laugh. Like, no, let me go back.
the tased officer can be heard saying,
Let go! Let go! Let go!
the other officer can later be heard sheepishly saying,
She sounded like she's really
as
laughing.
if it were just another day on the job. The tased officer was later treated for a head injury at the Ohio hospital, and the man they apprehended was taken into custody.
What was he treated for a head injury for? Like, bro, you ain't... Unless, I don't know, maybe the taser got him in the head or something, but... Or that, like, rolling around and he, like, headbutt the ground or something.
Someone who fiercely protects their children at all costs. Crossing a real one in the wild will show you just why that expression is so accurate. While walking a trail in Katmai National Park, Alaska,
I
a
ran.
hiker encountered
I'm
a
sorry,
large
but I
mother
ran.
bear and her 2 cubs.
It's like, I'm not
The
Leonardo
hiker
DiCaprio,
tells
and I ain't
his
fighting no
was in
bear.
kosher as the mother bear, twice his size, and her 2 romping babies appear to stalk him slowly on the trail.
I ran.
I'm walking backwards on the trail back to the camp. I'm walking down the trail.
Keeping my composure, I would have ran as fast as I could. I don't know how fast bears be running, but...
In part to keep his eye on the bears, and in part to appear non-threatening, the hiker remains incredibly calm under pressure, narrating the events as they unfold.
And this is the first
Like, bro, you are not no animal hunter.
that I've had since
Okay.
getting here on Friday, July
You need to
14th.
leave them bears alone. I mean, yeah, they following him, but still.
Walking backwards is stumble.
The narrow trail leaves little room for the hiker to evade the family of bears, with trees and dense forest.
I did. You know, I feel like that might be a good idea, but it might be a bad idea. I'd do some firecrackers at them. I feel like some firecrackers would be a good thing to have if you're going out some areas like that.
Come on, guys, give me a break.
Look, they're like, one of like the cubs is like running after him and things.
Just keep coming. Oh, come on.
That is crazy.
All right, that was a stumble. I'm hoping they go off the trail at some point, or somebody else comes along from camp.
He's all like, it's just gonna be every person for themselves. He's all like, I hope somebody else comes along so then they can focus on this problem and then I could just go back.
The
Like,
grizzly bear family eventually reach a clearing and taper off by a body of water at the campsite. And what started off as a video of a predator stalking its prey turns into a serene image of the mother and her cubs playing by the water.
This is Mom and the 2 cubs now. They've
He's still there recording. I'm like, man,
Water's edge.
I don't know. I tried to record them from a room that's heavily padded with weapons, and like the doors are like double locked.
Which of these point of view videos do you think is most shocking? Which one would you be the most terrified of if it happened to you? Let us know in the comments below.
They're all terrifying in their own ways. That was a good video. I liked it. Go ahead, drop that like button. But yeah, they were all terrifying in their own way. Like, I wouldn't want to have been that guy that got tased. I wouldn't have, or yeah, but it probably would have been funny to like look back about like how that cop got tased too. But I wouldn't want to be in the middle of that. I wouldn't want to be in the middle of that forest fire that happened a couple of years ago. Definitely not this bear one. Like, I wouldn't want to be near any. I wouldn't want to be involved in any of them. Like, probably maybe the one the girl, she took the cop car. That would probably have been about it. Cause I'm like, that girl, she was obviously on something. But like, how do you all like, oh, I didn't take the car, but then you steal a cop car? Like, if you knew you didn't steal that car, then it's like you had nothing to worry about. I'm like, okay, well, I know I didn't steal this car. This car was given to me from a friend. If you want to know who this friend is, I will tell you, but I am not going to do any time behind anybody. That's not me. That's just no, I'm not going to do that. I know people are like, oh, you a snitch, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I do not care. I am not going to serve time for an unreliable friend. They out here stealing cars and then just letting random people borrow them so then they could get in trouble. Yeah, that's not a friend. That is not a friend, okay? Call me Takashi69 because I'm not going to prison behind anybody. So, anyways, this was a good video, Fact Faction. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him for more videos like this. Like and subscribe to me too. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.